Hello and welcome back, and in this video we are going to discuss about the size of an object. So what constitute the size of an object? So the simple rule is that you can only count the size of the member variables and not the size of the functions, because the functions also have some address, right? Like this function, in the memory, the address to this function contains 4 bytes. 4 bytes to this, 4 bytes to this. But when you will calculate the size of the function, size of the object, then then the size of the pointers pointing to these functions will not be counted. Okay, because functions are inside the class, accessible from the object of that class, but yes, they are not exactly are the part of the class. Okay, how they are accessed, how they know when they are not the part of the class, that we will discuss in the next video. But as of now, in this video we are going to discuss about the size of a class. Okay, so for the size of an object, okay, to understand the size of an object, we have taken three variables here. One is integer, another one is double, and the another one is long. Okay, so the sum of the sizes of these three variables will be the size of the object of this class. Okay, so let me just print it for you. See out. Okay, let me first create the object test class t, and then I want to print, sorry, see out. I want to print the size of the object. The size of the object is size of t. Okay, so let us see now. Let me run it and let us see the size of the object. This comes out to be 24. This is the size, combined size of this integer, long and double. Okay, so based on the size they take, you can see, in the you can Google out these sizes of these, right? So you can take it yourself and you can find out that why the size has been, printed as 24, right? So this takes 4 bytes. How much this take and how much this take? Can you just check there, and can you just find out why 24 came? Because integer takes 4, double takes 8, right? And long takes, how much long takes? So those things you need to find out. Okay, so why, if the combined size we take for this, why this has been printed as 24, that you can take. Okay, that you can understand, you can try to understand. But yes, only these three variables, which are the member variables of this class, they are playing the role for deciding the size. So if I remove these functions, okay, so in this case as well, the size of the object will come out to be 24. This will not count the size of the functions again. So 24 is still it will come. Let me run it again because something went wrong. Yeah, size is still 24, which means that the size is the size of these only, right? So we will discuss about the byte alignment issues in the coming videos, but as of now, you can understand that yes, these three variables have played the role to decide the size. Okay, now I'm just going to remove all these. No private, no public variable, nothing in this class. There is nothing. What do you think? What could be the size of this object? Let us see. What is the size of the object? Okay, the size of the object comes out to be 1. It's not 0, right? Because we thought like there are no member variables, so it should be 0, but it's not like that. Why it is not 0? Because whenever you create an object, the minimum amount of memory that holds the information about the object is 1 byte. Because in whatever objects you have created, right? Like you have created a object here of the class test class, right? Similarly, if you have created a variable of type int or whatever, right? So in case of test class, the size is decided based on the size of the member variable. But since there are no member variables, but still a symbol, a variable t has been created, right? So the entry will be there in the symbol table. Since we have to, have an entry for everything, for every variable that you have created in your program in the symbol table, so that is why at least 1 byte of memory is allocated even when there is no member variables inside that class. Okay, so that is why the size of the empty class will always be 1 byte, right? It will never be 0 bytes. So it two things you need to remember, that size of an object includes the member variable size only. It doesn't count the size of the functions. And also, minimum size of an object is 1 byte, right? It can never be 0. Okay, so these are the important points that you need to consider. So with this particular video comes to an end. In the next video, we will see about the functions and how they are accessed using the object of a class. And after that, we will in the next video, next to next video, we will discuss about the byte alignment issues, how the size is calculated for a particular object, right? So with this particular video comes to an end. Have a nice day and bye bye.